Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The newest threat to the Star Trek universe is its most powerful, even more than the Borg. Species 8472 are feared even by the Borg. And now the denizens of fluidic space are launching an all-out invasion of the Federation. And as seen in Star Trek, Voyager, Homecoming #2, it may be over before it begins. During its 7 years stranded in the Delta Quadrant, Voyager made many enemies and encountered old ones as well. The Borg, who just a few years before Voyager's arrival nearly brought the Federation to its knees, call the Delta Quadrant home. It was only a matter of time before Voyager encountered them. After meeting a breakaway faction of the Borg, Voyager encountered the real deal at the end of the show's 3rd season. Voyager came across the Borg at a time of upheaval for the collective. It was under assault by an extra-dimensional invader, and their numbers were being severely depleted. If the invasion was left unchecked, the Borg would be done. The invaders turned out to be a life form unlike any seen on another Star Trek show. Species 8472. Hailing from fluidic space, the aliens used organic-based technology. Species 8472's genetic structure also makes them immune to the Borg's assimilation process. Since the Borg could not assimilate 8472, they were essentially defenseless before the onslaught, one they provoked. An alliance between Voyager and the Borg turned back species 8472's invasion, but the aliens were by no means now friends with the Federation. Indeed, species 8472 began preliminary work towards invading the Alpha Quadrant, but Captain Janeway was successful in convincing them not to do so. Still, species 8472 was out there, and still a big unknown. In the first issue of Star Trek, Voyager, Homecoming, species 8472 overrun the ship, seemingly breaking their truce. As revealed in issue 1, 8472 now sees Voyager as a threat, thanks to the infusion of futuristic tech the ship received from a time-traveling Janeway. Believing the new technology broke the agreement, they resumed the invasion. As seen throughout species 8472's various television and comic book appearances, they are one of the most powerful Star Trek races. In addition to the aforementioned resistance to assimilation, species 8472 are extremely powerful telepaths. In their first appearance, 8472 lashed out at Kez, who had telepathic powers. 8472's psychic powers have also exacerbated Tuvok's mental deterioration. Species 8472's appearances also establish they have shape-shifting abilities, similar to Deep Space Nine's founders. Starfleet developed tests and protocols for detecting shape-shifters, most inspired by the founders. Yet species 8472 were able to slip right past them and infiltrate Voyager. This gives 8472 the element of surprise, something the Borg do not have. 8472's genetic structure was unique, and within it lies their resistance to the Borg, but as seen in Homecoming #2, it just makes them tougher overall. The plasma coolants in engineering can melt organic material. Voyager's crew was counting on the coolant being able to take out 8472, but the alien just shrugged it off. Species 8472 nearly destroyed the Borg, and it is easy to see why. They are the collective superior in every way. Nothing from the Borg's usual bag of tricks will work on species 8472. making the fluidic space aliens the biggest and most powerful alien race in the Star Trek universe. For generations of Star Trek fans and Federation historians alike, there has always been one ultimate benchmark for cosmic terror: the Borg, a biological mechanical hive mind that consumes species, steals their identities, and leaves behind an echo of what once was sentient life. The Borg became the comparison standard, the unstoppable, that could only be delayed, never truly defeated. The name is reductive, the Federation designation. Their real name, if they even have one, is unknown, but all scanners, logs, and scientific data refer to them in the same shorthand: null space entities. The null are not from this universe, and they do not kill by weapon, or by telepathy, or by consuming energy. They kill by making a thing cease to have ever been. The first encounter was at 0400 hours on stardate 98050.4. The USS Oslo discovered an entire binary system missing, not destroyed, missing. Like a rip was taken out of the galaxy map itself. Stars the size of Reese's sun don't just disappear, except it had. The null don't vaporize matter. They do not leave radiation, black hole residue, or even a quantum signature. The data just ends. It's as close to metaphysical deletion as science has ever observed. Worse than the Borg. The Borg force you to exist in service of their collective. The null make you not have existed at all. Every ship logs it the same way. One moment, all readings normal. Sensors intact. Hull integrity at 100%. Crew manifest stable. Next moment, blank. Not dead. Not destroyed. Just no record of ever being there. Starfleet archivists, the memory core systems, even subspace logs, all adjust reality to match the deletion. Only long-range temporal backups prove something existed before the null passed through. Federation panic at level 5. When the first official briefing made it to command, panic surged. The Federation created a new threat level above Omega, something that was never supposed to exist. Level Nullus, extinction of reality level threat. Even Section 31 doesn't have a protocol for this. They can assassinate people, engineer plagues, manipulate empires, but they cannot fight things that operate outside the timeline. The Vulcan Science Academy issued a statement so blunt that it broke their traditional tone. If the null reach Sol system, the human species will not die. It will have never lived. Nothing in Starfleet history has ever terrified the Vulcans. The first contact attempt. The USS Curie attempted a subspace signal using a new hybrid mixture of Federation, Romulan, and Borg resonance frequencies. The Borg data stolen decades ago finally found a purpose. The null responded, not in words, in a ripple. The entire message bounced back, a perfect reverse signature, like the null were holding up a mirror and mocking communication. Then the Curie sensor array vanished, not blown off, not malfunctioning. Gone. The ship's own internal logs do not acknowledge it ever had a sensor array installed at construction. Engineering blueprints rewrite in real time to match the new history. It took the backup on a temporal shielded isolinear core to even prove the ship used to have sensors. The Borg's reaction is the final proof. Starfleet intercepts a rumor. The Borg have encountered the null. The collective's transmissions have shifted in tone. Fear does not exist in the Borg. Emotion is filtered out. Their neural nodes lock out sensation. Yet every frequency analysis suggests the same conclusion. They are terrified. The Borg have begun retreating. They are abandoning entire cubes, leaving them floating empty, shutting down sectors of their collective mind to avoid data contamination. The greatest villain in Star Trek history is hiding, because you cannot assimilate something that does not exist. The null could be a mirror, Starfleet's newest theory is even more terrifying. What if the null are the ultimate future of the Federation? A hypothetical endpoint. Billions of years from now, when the universe is old, when entropy is minutes away from erasing all energy, a desperate post-biological civilization might invent technology to devour space-time to survive, consuming reality to extend existence. The null may not be aliens. They may be us, at the end of time, pulling energy from their past to fuel the final flickers of universal heat death. If that is true, resistance is not only futile, it is self-defeating. Captain Burnham's classified log. One classified audio file leaked from the USS Voyager F. Michael Burnham, now Admiral Emeritus, serving as a first contact strategist again, spoke one line that was picked up before the file scrubbed itself. We can't defeat something that doesn't believe reality is sacred. The null don't preserve meaning. They don't respect existence. They are beyond morality because morality requires a relationship with consequences, and the null delete consequences along with everything else. The only hope, memory. The Department of Temporal Investigations has issued a directive. Every starship must maintain one Chronoton shielded archive stored outside normal spacetime, updated every 20 minutes. So if the null erase something, the Federation can still remember. Memory will be the last battlefield, because if the null delete all record of what the galaxy once was, then the galaxy becomes the blank slate they want it to be. The final twist. Sensors on Deep Space 13 detected something new in the null wavefront. A pattern, not random deletion. They appear to be editing the galaxy, moving sectors around like a puzzle. What if they are building something, not destroying, constructing, using the Milky Way as raw material? Something is coming after the deletion wave. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.